Cool, y'all, and thank you again. As I said before, I'm here by way of Asheville, North Carolina tonight. Originally, I'm from a very funny little place a couple hours from here. It's called Denver, North Carolina. And, got some cheers for Denver? Hell yeah. You ain't got to cheer for it. It ain't that great, I promise. But either way, if you grow up in a small town or if you grow up just kind of anywhere, if you feel like you're a little bit of a weirdo, sometimes it can be kind of hard to feel like you fit in, or I think often we gravitate to those people that kind of satisfy that itch for weirdness for us sometimes. So this next song I wrote about one of my favorite weirdos I found in 2nd grade. He's one of my greatest friends in the world. His name's Casey Brown, and this song will always be for him. It's called Feeling Cheap. Thank y'all. Last night, under porch light, my oldest friend gave me the news. Come April, his first baby's due. Well, I heard the hope in his voice give way to trembling noise. How do you fill another's cup when the well is always felt dried up? Now courage and fear break from the same bread, knowing damn well that they keep each other fed. So you don't have to walk on water, you don't have to split the sea. The most frightening price we pay, the heavy cost of feeling cheap. Door drive for the morning light, to ask some folks I hardly know, can dry life still make gardens grow? Sat in circular form, coffee burnt to keep me warm. The bottle broke and now I'm trying to find a softer way to catch lightning strike. Like courage and fear break from the same bread, knowing damn well that they keep each other fed. So you don't have to walk on water, you don't have to split the sea. The most frightening price we pay, the heavy cost of feeling cheap. It's a heavy cost to feel so cheap. It's a heavy cost to feel so cheap. Right on. Thank you all so much. Well, I'll be perfectly honest with y'all. I sit up here and play songs, and sometimes I look like I do it pretty often, but I'll be honest with you, most of the time I sit up here and go like, maybe I shouldn't be playing songs, maybe I shouldn't do this. So every time I'm writing a song, it's this really weird process of tearing down and building back up kind of thing, where it's like, I can't write a thing to save my life or whatever, and then you stick with it, something comes out. That's what this next song is about. I couldn't figure out what the hell I wanted to write about, so I wrote a song about that. This song's called Waiting for a Day. of song in my gut. You don't seem to warble much, always tuned to croon so well. When there's nothing left to tell, well, I've been thinking on calling it quits, trying to get back my wish from the well, from the well. Old hardback book of songs in my room. If I stare too long, I come so unglued, tangled up in my plans, low on time, always short of the great design. Some more creeping fear that what's behind was the last of its kind. There's nothing new to find, nothing new for me to find. I keep waiting for a day. I keep waiting for a day. I keep waiting for a day that laughs at the one I am in. I keep waiting for a day. I keep waiting for a day. I keep waiting for a day that laughs at the one I am in. Oh, blackbird of song in my throat, you can't seem to find your note, always tuned to croon so well. When there's no one left to tell, well, I've been thinking on calling it quits, trying to get back my wish from the wind. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you for listening. Thank you. Cool, y'all. Well, as I said, sometimes I write a song and I don't exactly know yet what it's about. It just feels like it needs to get out of my heart or my brain or something like that. This next song I put out on a little EP in January with one of my best friends in the world. His name's Stigman. He's a complete legend in all ways. If you know him, you know that. But this title track here is called Chorus. And I've realized after playing it for a few months that this song completely came from a place within me that wanted to know what it was like to maybe love myself. I didn't think I really ever deserved that feeling, or maybe even had chemically what it took to love myself, and I'm definitely not there yet, but I'm sure trying, and I hope y'all are too. The song's called Chorus. Thank you. Well, much prefer myself alone, and it ain't because it makes me happy, but rather I don't have to worry about whose spark I may be dousing. So I get so hell-bent on my purpose, 'cause heaven sent held heavy dreams. Most days I wish I would just lie down and watch the green that grows from me. I want the heartbeat of who I once was, of who I am now and who I'm not yet, to find their way into a chorus and sing like they were never separate, like they would never even separate. Now where'd I learn to live so cold? I only know the sun for shade. Now did I have no choice in the matter, or a choice I never meant to make? Well, I want the heartbeat of who I once was, of who I am now and who I'm not yet, to find their way into a chorus and sing like they were never separate, like they would never even separate. Don't know why it's so appealing, this muddy thought to drift and leave, to take my place among the cold stars and watch my world turn without me. Watch my world turn without me. Watch you turn without me. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I was going to play a little sad, slow one, but we've had enough of that, so I'm going to play you one about doing too much of something on the road and wishing you had more. The song's called Mississippi. You split your last bit of speed drugs. Sometimes the dawn don't shake your scene off, and it's soon to call down lightning, but that thunder's so inviting when it's caught. Well, who's tending to the garden? You know well the fox and his claws, 'cause the drugs wore off in Little Rock, and I hear the scratching hollowing out my jaw. And it's a few hundred miles to Mississippi. Are we helping on the misery or mystery? Caught off the search for my regrets, and when they ain't found me yet, I could stand to lose just a little more. Little more of me. Well, last night in Oklahoma, I saw death sit at our feet, and the moments turn to melodies I'll be singing when he takes his final sweep. I'm sweating out the sickness. Another song paints my eyes red. There's a price to pay for living out every debt you've ever made in your own head. And it's a few hundred miles to Mississippi. Are we helping on the misery on this street? Called off the search for my regrets, and then they ain't found me yet. I could stand to lose just a little more. Little more of me. So many miles from Mississippi. Oh, I'm stuck with all the misery and mystery. If I light this lamp in wobbly and all its wicked honesty, yes, I could stand to see. Little more of me. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Alright, y'all, I'm going to play you a brand new song that I don't have. I would actually assume, there's a lot of y'all I see that I don't know at all, so I would assume most of these songs are pretty new to all of you, which I would understand for sure. This next one is a new one to me as well, though, and I think the hope is always that if I mess it up, you might just not notice it if I play it off real good, you know? I wrote this next song. I'm definitely the type of person when something good is going in my life, I'm going to try to find a way or something that's going to make it go bad. I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop a line. Got to be reminded often that that's not always the case. So that's what this song is about, and it's for probably one of my favorite little places in the world. It's called Johnson City, Tennessee, just over the hills over there. I love it. I was calling this song, well, I don't remember what I was calling it, but it reminded me of Nickelback, and I couldn't call it that anymore. So now this song's called Above All the Rest. Climbing Sam's Gate with Johnson City burning in my lungs. Well, the moon is showing off. It seems her guard has come undone. While past the Madison County sign and reads the jewel of the Blue Ridge line. And in this light I understand no other name is worth a damn. And by tomorrow, all the wind beneath my wings will be another bastard pulling strings. So God sleeps in his heaven, and the devil in his hell. Well, I spin my wheels beneath it all, and above all the rest. Inevitably I'll bust, and let the shine give way to rust. And you might have to remind me, what's the difference in too little and just enough? Fighting to light my smoke in the damp heat of Birmingham. And the darkest cloud draws close, spiderweb lightning in its hands. Could all this blinding brilliance be the same wild light that burns in me? And in this brief eternity, I allow myself to glow in peace. And by tomorrow, Man, this halo around my head will be another vulture circling dead. So God sleeps in his heaven, and the devil in his hell. Well, I spin my wheels beneath it all, and above all the rest. Inevitably I bust, and let the shine give way to rust. And you might have to remind me, what's the difference in too little or just enough? So God sleeps in his heaven, and the devil in his hell. I spin my wheels beneath it all, and above all the rest. Inevitably I break and set a fire to the house I made. And you might have to remind me, what's the difference in a shelter? The difference in a shelter and a cage. Some climbing Sam's Gate with Johnson City burning in my lungs. Right on. Thank y'all so very, very much. Hey, who's excited to see Town Mountain out here tonight? Yeah, fuck yeah, me too. I'm gonna play these next few just real quick so we can all get to it quicker, okay? Thank y'all again. I actually used to live with their bass player, Zach, and I need to apologize publicly for the things I did in our bathroom to him while he was sleeping. So, Zach, I'm sorry. I've never said apologies out loud to you about that, but I love you, Bubby. Some weird days. All right, y'all. This song's about feeling like you're a pessimist, but trying to have as much hope as you can for this crazy, burning world we're in right now. I would say keep your hope as close as you can, okay? The song's called Hoping It Will, Thinkin' It Won't. Lay my body down to rest in the evening, before the stars ever come away. And I rise in the morning time, before the light ever knows my name. Down at the gas up I have bought another habit, swore I'd kicked a month ago. And all the folks out front ain't even been to sleep yet. When the sun comes up, we'll turn to stone. Cause it seems that the more I see, the less I let myself believe that anything good stays put. Man, I'm hoping it will, thinking it won't. I'm just hoping it will, thinking it won't. There's a mountaintop I see from my porch seat, and I climb its back every goddamn day, hoping for a tune to reach out of the treetops, maybe clear my eyes of the lowland haze. Down in the valley I can hear the sirens whine on, running down a cause they still can't prove. And later on today I'll hear the same sad news, the largest gun has the loudest truth. Don't know how to talk, but they know how to shoot. And it seems that the more I see, the less I let myself believe that anything everything good stays put. Man, I'm hoping it will. Thinking it won't. Yeah, I'm just hoping it will. Thinking it won't. And it seems that the more I find, the more I think we're the losing kind. And I want something to change my mind. Man, I'm hoping it will. Thinking it won't. I'm just hoping it will. Thinking it won't. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank you again. This next song here, I think shame is a very terribly heavy coat to wear around for your whole life, and I hope none of y'all are wearing that tonight. That's what this song's about as well. If you can shed that weight for any amount of time, I hope you do it for yourself. Thanks, y'all, again. This song's called Shame. There's something wrong in the way that I think. And I think on it all the time. 'Cause there's nothing right in the way that I see. Now what someone deems true in me, I've signed for the funeral, and I've signed for the wedding. There's no amount of love, no more death that keeps me steady. So thirst in the spring, and I'm drowning by fall. And if I can't have all of my pain, I won't have none at all. Did I say something wrong when I spoke to your son? When I begged down on bended knee, with an ache in my gut and a plea on my tongue. Another mouth you couldn't afford to feed. Well, I prayed on the hilltop, and I prayed in the valley. There's no amount of trust, no good plea that makes it holy. So thirst in the spring, and I'm drowning by fall. Now what good is acting in faith when you don't have none at all? I've spent my life trying to fit in someone else's skin, left holding the hopes of what I wished I'd been. So I'm dreaming in fire, man, I'm smoking in shame. So what if I burned it all? Now would I know my own face? What if I became only flame? Now what if I became only flame? Now what would be left of me to blame? How bright would I burn without all of this shame? Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I keep doing this really, really cool thing where I take a sip of this carbonated beer in between, and then I'm in this really heavy line of a song and feel like I'm just going to belch over every single one of you. So I'm being pretty smooth about it. I hope y'all can see that. Let it out. Cool, y'all. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I do not make it to the dentist too often at all. And but I did go last year for the first time in about a decade, and they told me I had 2 baby teeth that never made it out. They never left. So this next song that's about letting go, it's for those 2 teeth for sticking around when everybody else decided to leave. That's the best joke I got. I'm sorry. That's as good as it's going to get all night. Thank y'all again. This song's called Old Obligation. I keep having dreams where you and I are old strangers, passing in the nightlight, a heathen and a savior. The river below the breach has become a vast ocean. It's waterlogged my heart with the hope of us floating, but I sing forever calling. 'Cause old obligation is a deep hole to fill, and still yet a deeper hole to dig. Now I think it's time that we draw the line, bury the book, and let ourselves off the hook. The grove where we met is a land unfamiliar, and I barely recall now the ring of your timber. Learning to forgive and how to forget, and it just feels like learning to eat my regret. So I chose forever call your name. Yeah, I chose forever call your name. 'Cause old obligation is a deep hole to fill, and still yet a deeper hole to dig. Now I think it's time that we draw the line, bury the book, and let ourselves off the hook. Now hope's just a crutch beneath the boot of a grudge, and we'll darken heaven's doorstep where we call our own blood. It's outside the gates, bumming smokes from the saints, finally to say the truest hell is the hell that we've made. Thank y'all so much. I got a couple more for you, and then the town mine boys gonna come up here and just rip it to shreds, dude. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Thank y'all for letting me play some of these sad ones for you beforehand. Not that you, I guess, had a choice. You're here and I'm here. So thank you for listening if you're here. I appreciate it. Hey, this one's for all the Boone homies. This one's for the Westview House. It's for all the dirty, dirty garage punk shows that happen up there. This song's for Junior in his prime, for Trudge. It's for all them boys. I appreciate y'all. This song's called Hologram. Staring down the line at a cheap devil suit that was counting my crimes. He said flames are great, so I chose what's safe. And my parents cried joy for the son they'd raised. Well, I cried in fear of the sins I'd made. Now I hear talk of those pearly gates. It's a lock on the door and a list of names. It's such a goddamn bother when you play your part. Well, maybe you never should have been so far. Yeah, maybe you never should have been so far. Well, come hell or its enemies, just gather round my heartbeat. Hear that lonesome sound, it's arrested me. 'Cause the day that black bell tolls and this darkness calls me home, I will lay my bones with the dirt they've always been. Now everything bad is a corner we cut. If there's anything good, well, it's nothing we've done. Don't believe that shit, man. There's a man with hunger just at his door. He's wondering if paradise is keeping score. You gotta start to wonder who's keeping score. Well, come hell or its enemies, just gather round my heartbeat. Hear that lonesome sound, it's arresting me. 'Cause the day that black bell tolls and this darkness calls me home, I will lay my bones with the dirt they've always been. Well, come hell or its enemies, just gather round my heartbeat. Hear that lonesome sound, it's arresting me. 'Cause the day that black bell tolls and this darkness calls me home, I will lay my bones with the dirt they've always been. No hollow ground will give a damn if I paid for my sins. Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna play one more for you. I appreciate you having me. Thank you to A&B, thank you to Time Mountain, thank you to Scott Running Sound and Connor Running Sound. Everything in here is perfect, and y'all are perfect. And I appreciate you so much for just listening to me. It means a whole hell of a lot. This last song here, last year I was not making a mistake, but I was saying that before I played it, oh, this song's for my mama. And then people would come up to me after the show and be like, yeah, my mom's a freaking jerk too. And I was like, uh-oh, that's not what I meant to say at all. So now I'm going to say I wrote this with my mother in mind, with my family in mind, how I grew up, all that good stuff. My mother is here at this show tonight, actually. Let's give a shout out to her for giving it. I need you to know it's about the cutest damn thing that she's standing there with a Food Line bag of sourdough bread that she brought for us too. So it's good. It's the best thing. Hey, I appreciate y'all. My name's Jon Charles Dwyer. This song's called Heavy Feathers. Thank y'all again for having me. I am the only son of my mother. She's always saying, come hell or high water. My grandma saw voice like tattered cotton, saying one of these days I'll get us rich and spoiled rotten. I come from high hope, I come from tall truth, a language spoken hues of greener grass and wild blue. Wasn't always healthy, it never hurt. Some things get took, some things get lost, some things never know their worth. I It makes me now blood and guts in a city that pours its insides in the streets. I used to be such a breeze, and I've let regret make a mean wind out of me. Where's my belief? First time I came home, too much was missing. We buried our family dog in the backyard that I played in, wrapped in a bath towel like heavy feathers. Death was just the final thread we tied together. I had such high hopes, and I let them tarry. I thought I'd hug her neck on the day that I got married. There's too much blood now, there's too much death. No grave I know that's deep and wide enough to hold it. Oh, I wonder why it eats my mind. The last in line, no grandbabe for my mother's knee. 'Cause I don't believe I wouldn't do what keeps getting done to me. Where's my belief? Where's my belief? One of these days I'll have to leave. And I don't wanna go, knowing all I left behind's a fragile ghost of song. I hope I'm light, hope I'm easy to carry on. I'm just a tune over the mountain you follow home. I'm just a tune over the mountain you follow home. Thank you so much, Boone. I love you. I always have. Thank you for having me. Town Mountain's right up next, Bubba's. Mwah! Hey, come see me. I want to meet you at the merch table if I don't know you. And if you want to meet me, I want to meet you too, okay? Thank you so much.